So today I'm going to be reviewing and doing an all-day wear test on the brand new About Face, the Performer Skin Focused Foundation. I wanted to see how it'd work on our mature skin. I also picked up a bunch of affordable drugstore makeup that I couldn't wait to share with you. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys voted and I listened. I took a poll on my community page last night. Which foundation did you want me to see review next? I've been reviewing a lot of foundations recently and it made me think, you guys, I need to do another countdown of all of my favorite foundations and skin tints. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see that in an upcoming video. But the choices were the new About Face foundation or the not so new Too Faced Healthy Glow Serum foundation. And about 111 of you guys voted and 63% over 37%. That could change, who knows? But I couldn't wait to test it out with you, see if it works for our mature skin. Now, I looked at the reviews on the Ulta website. That's where I actually picked it up. And the reviews were all over the place. So I thought we would give it a try. This will be my first impression. I know normally I do extensive testing on foundations, but I thought it would be fun to mix it up and do a first impression. Now, this just recently launched at Ulta and I had to get the sales lady, the sales girl, to actually dig it out in the back because they weren't gonna put it on the floor until next week. But I was like, hey, you said it was in stock. I'm here. Can you please, get me a couple of shades? I don't know about you, but first impressions for me could be a lasting effect or, sometimes they're a little wonky and we have to work our way through it. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So I already took the liberty of priming and prepping my skin. I did my morning skincare routine. I have my sunscreen on and I applied my primer. And I just went in with the WetNWild Prime Focus Primer Serum. This is one of my holy grails. And as you can see, it is very well loved. It's very hydrating, very smoothing. It's not too tacky to the touch. And it does leave your skin super smooth and ready for foundation. Now that my skin is all primed and ready to go, I can't wait to dive into this foundation. Now, this retails for $22, which is actually not a bad price. And it comes in 45 shades. To me, that is incredible because I don't know if you're familiar with the company About Face, but it's actually Halsey, the singer. And if you ask me to sing one of her songs, I'm sorry, I don't know any of her songs. I'll just leave that to Ava, my 14-year-old daughter. I am familiar with some of her makeup products. I do love her little Cheek Freak blush. I have a couple of shades in these and I was pleasantly surprised, but for her to come out with 45 shades, I was really impressed. The Performer Skin Focused Foundation by About Face is buildable, breathable, medium coverage that delivers long wear second skin finish. There's that phrase, second skin finish. I'm trying to stay away from that word because we all have texture, we all have lines. If you are new to my channel, I am 56 years old. I do have hyperpigmentation, redness, fine lines, pores. We all have them. So it comes in a glass bottle. And the curious thing about this, that it comes with a big, mighty doe foot, which I know some people get kind of grossed out by that. Whose other face are you gonna put this on? So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it on this side of my face. It doesn't smell, that's a good thing, okay. And hopefully this shade will work for me. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingertips to blend it in. And remember, this is L1 Warm. I guess because it's on a doe foot, you can't really feel the texture. It feels kind of between a serum, tint, and a foundation. It's not too thick. It could be deceiving because you're applying it with a doe foot, right? But so far, it's blending in pretty well. I would say at this point, it's light coverage, and it's probably not my shade. It's definitely glowy. I'm gonna use my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush to see if I can stipple it in. That's very light coverage. And I'm gonna turn my lights down just a touch so you can see. It's definitely leaving a nice little radiance through here. You know what? This is fun doing a first impressions because you actually see my real reaction. It may be pretty, it may not be pretty. But so far, this is not bad. Look how glowy that is. I wish the doe foot wasn't so big because it's kind of difficult to get in and out of the bottle. I'm gonna swatch it on the back of my hand so I can gauge the texture. I'm gonna take it on the Kabuki brush make sure it's coated, all the bristles, and then just kind of stipple it in. Because usually when you use a foundation brush, it's going to give you a little bit more coverage. It's still very glowy, but look how smoothing it is on my hand. I'm just trying to get that on my face. About face, get it? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my forehead, maybe a little bit over here. Try to kind of put a little bit more on my hyperpigmentation and my most porous areas and just kind of stipple it in. And just put the foundation where I actually really need it and need the coverage, which is right through here, and just kind of shear it out for the rest of my face. Because seriously, I don't think it says, is it medium coverage? Buildable, breathable, medium coverage. Okay, it's very early this morning and I've been extremely caffeinated. Matt just started getting into coffee. He's 46 years old and all of a sudden he likes coffee. What in the world? Mind blown. We have been together for 17 years and he's never had coffee in my presence. And all of a sudden he's like, I like the smell of coffee. Then he goes overboard and he bought a Ninja, one of those really fancy coffee makers. And now, because you know I love coffee, we enjoy coffee together and he's like getting into grinding the beans and finding out different types of coffee, but it's been fun and you can tell I'm super caffeinated. Holy smokes. This looks super smoothing. It's extremely light on my complexion, but we are definitely going to go out in natural daylight and see how it looks without the studio lights and all that, and see how long it lasts throughout the day. This is really pretty, and if I love it that much, I mean at $22, I'll definitely exchange the shade, because 45 shades, guys, come on. You're bound to find something that's gonna suit your complexion. That's quite pretty. I like that. Now for concealer, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some color corrector from Dermatology. You know I've been loving this Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41, and I'm in the shade medium. Ooh, this feels so good. I figured with the little dark circles that I have going on here, I just want to color correct that. And I find using a combination of color corrector with a serum concealer doesn't cake, doesn't settle into my fine lines, and it is just a great combination of products. You would think if you layer two products on that delicate under eye area that it would get cakey and a little heavy looking, but not in this instance, because this color corrector is so lightweight, plus you have the extra insurance of an SPF of 41, and it just melts into your skin. It's hydrating and perfect for those no makeup days. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just take my brush and just tap it in. Ooh, complexion is looking really good. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of concealer. I'm going in with the Tower 28 Beauty Concealer. This is a serum concealer that's absolutely gorgeous on mature skin. And notice I'm just putting a tiny dot where I need a little bit more coverage and right where I get red. Oh, I look so pale. Oh my gosh. Okay, foundation and concealer on. Okay, so let's assess the situation. The skin looks super radiant. I think the combination with the color corrector and concealer really is seamless right through here. You guys, you should feel my under eye area. It feels so hydrated, so plumped. It really is like a 180 from what I first looked like, but oh my gosh. The skin, the foundation, dried down. It doesn't feel too tacky or stiff on the face, if you know what I mean. You know when you sometimes apply a foundation, it's like, yeah, it doesn't feel too tacky. It feels lightweight. I'm still kind of thrown off by that whole doe foot application, but I think we made it work. So what we need to do is throw back a little more color into the skin, and I'm just gonna go in with my favorite cream bronzer from Milani, the Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer. I'm in the shade Hey Honey. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to add a little bit more color into the skin. I did pick up the new NYX Fat Oil Slick Click. You guys were talking about it in the comments section, and I was like, wait a minute. There's one that's similar to the new e.l.f. Pout Cloud, so I had to pick one of those up and check it out. I also picked up a new mascara from Essence, and I also got a new creamy bouncy eyeshadow from Ulta. I do have About Face's Cheek Freak in the shade Champagne Room. This is a very unique texture of blush. It's like silicone. It kind of looks like plastic, but this is a gorgeous shade. It's like a peachy shade, and it's very, very silicone-y. But I picked up a new shade of the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in Dusty Rose. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm in a muted sort of rosy mood. So I want to go in with Dusty Rose. And you know I love these Camo Liquid Blushes from e.l.f. You only need one dot. And for some reason, this shade is just so pretty. It's for those really subtle days where you just want a hint of color. And amazingly enough, I know I love Coming in Hot Pink as well as Very Well and the Coral Crush, but look how stunning this blush is. I love how it shears out, and I love the longevity of this blush. And it doesn't lift up your foundation, and in this case, it's not picking up the About Face. I think I have a new favorite color blush. Dusty Rose. Oh, so beautiful. It's muted, but it just looks so natural on the complexion. And do you see how quickly it's tapping out? Wow. Oh my gosh. New favorite color blush. Guys, I have a good feeling about this. For eyes, I picked up a new eyeshadow from Ulta Beauty, an individual single. It's their Bouncy Eyeshadow, and I picked up the shade Coffee Cake. Oh, speaking of being highly caffeinated right now, let me tell you a little story time. Before I had my YouTube channel and I was just so busy with work, Ava was really, really little. I used to go to Ulta maybe once every 3 months, and I would always buy their makeup, meaning I bought their Ulta concealer, which is actually really good. Their lip oil, I love their little individual shadows, their eyeliners, their mascara. Like, that's all I bought was Ulta makeup products. They were affordable, they were good, and I was kind of scared to like delve into other brands. But yeah, so when this came out, and it's on sale right now, I think it's only through the weekend, but they're originally $9 per single, which is super pricey, but for some reason it's on sale for $4. And I thought I would try out this Bouncy eyeshadow and do a really simple one and done eyeshadow look. But let's open her up. That is a gorgeous color. Hopefully we can just put it all over the lid, create a smoky eye, be one and done. Speaking of bouncy creamy eyeshadows and one and done eyeshadow looks, Natasha Denona, I know, she came out with that Hyper Natural, what's it called? Hyper Natural Face Palette. It has blush, bronzer, contour, and 5 singles of eyeshadow where they're supposed to be especially created for one and done eyeshadow looks, or you can blend them together. So I ordered that, and I will be reviewing that in an upcoming video. I hope you will join me for that. But yeah, okay, enough talk. I want to try this bouncy eyeshadow from Ulta. Oh my gosh, this is super bouncy, super creamy. Now the reviews that I read on this eyeshadow, if you order it from Ulta, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna come crumbled because it's that delicate. But let's swatch Coffee Cake. Oh my gosh, this is right up my alley. It feels silky, bouncy, and it's not shimmery at all. So I'm just gonna take my finger. Oh, that feels so good. And I'm just gonna plop it all over the eye. Oh, it feels a little creamy too. Oh, I like the shade. I really like Coffee Cake. Well, and I like Coffee Cake too. But this is really pretty. And again, this is my first impressions. So far, so good. This is going on super easy. Oh, I like that. And I'm just going all over the lid. And then I'm gonna take like a little fan brush and just blend it to soften up those edges. I want to see if I can build this up and make it a little smokier. It's weird, it feels like a cream texture at first, but then it just kind of smooths out to a powder consistency, and it's really smoothing. If I had to compare it to anything, it's almost the same consistency, but silkier than the e.l.f. No Budge cream eyeshadows in the pot. You know I'm a big fan of those, especially in the shade Dune. This is a beautiful option. Look how pretty that is. They also have several other shades. They also have shimmers, so you can do like a shimmer topper. But you know me, I like a good mauve-y taupey shade for those one and done looks. I know this is just a first impression, but I can really see myself reaching for this one pot of eyeshadow. I really do. Super quick and easy to put on. I just hope it lasts. Now I'm going to tightline my upper waterline with the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil. You know, I love this. I think this is my third one because Ava took the other one, but this is in the shade Hot Chocolate, and I'm just going to go ahead and tightline. This is such an amazing eyeliner. It's only $2.99. It comes in a multitude of shades. It's waterproof, it's 18-hour wear, and it's actually made in Germany. I'm just going to smoke out the outer edge and run it along the lash line. And then same thing, just on the outer edge and a little bit on the lower lash line as well. I want to open up my eyes. Speaking of Essence, I picked up a new mascara from them. Essence is well known for their Lash Princess mascara, but this one just came out. It is called Lash Without Limits. It's supposed to be extreme lengthening and volume mascara. Now I inadvertently picked up the shade Brown, but I was like, hey, why not? And it has one of those silicone, I would say like cone type brushes. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it is definitely brown, like a chocolate brown. I used it yesterday and I thought it was really, really pretty, but let's go ahead and apply the new Lash Without Limits Brown Mascara. The wand is very similar to the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. You know how that's really flimsy and flexible? Exact same wand tip applicator. But this, oh, I love using mascara like the next day after it's brand new. It's like at their peak performance, but look how easy it's gliding on. Oh, and I believe this retails for about $5.99, but I'll be sure to put all the products in the links listed down below. And if you do click on those links, it does help out my channel, and I really, really appreciate it. And if you don't, that's cool too. But I am kind of impressed with this mascara so far. I mean, I can't really tell if it's brown, but maybe someone with blue eyes, maybe you could really tell the difference. I mean, I have brown eyes, so I don't know if you can really tell, but this is just gliding on really well. That looks pretty good. What do you think? Now I'm just gonna go ahead and brush some Wow Brow from e.l.f. through my brows, just to fluff them up and put them in place. Add a little thickness. Now for lips, I'm just gonna do a really quick lip liner, and I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. This is $2. It's almost criminal how inexpensive this is because I think it's a dupe to the Natasha Denona lip liner. This is a nice nude rose color. I even like using this as a lipstick. It's beautiful. Now I'm ready to dive in with the new NYX Fat Oil Slick Click Lip Balm. Now, I love their fat lip oil. These are really juicy, they're beautiful, they have a hint of pigment, but when they came out with the lip balm, I was all over this. I only picked up one shade because honestly at Ulta, it was so picked over, but I picked up the shade Going Viral. So let's click it up. Now it's not plumping like the Clout Pout. It's supposed to be a lip balm with really beautiful pigment and shininess. So let's go ahead and put this on. Oh, very smooth and creamy, yeah. This is like a dusty rose shade. It doesn't really smell. It smells maybe a little fruity, but it's not offensive or too overbearing. This is a stunning, stunning shade, Going Viral. And here we are with the final look. Now, you guys, I am really loving this look. Such a simple, elegant, everyday look, using tones that are muted and rosy and natural. Oh my gosh, loving this look. I love first impressions because I was like, how is this look gonna turn out? Am I gonna really like it? Is it gonna look good? I don't know. But you guys, starting with the eyeshadow, love this coffee cake eyeshadow from Ulta. The super creamy, bouncy. You just slap it all over your eye, take a brush, and it's beautiful. As far as the foundation goes, this looks super promising. My skin looks really radiant. I would say it's on the lighter side of medium coverage. So, you know, for those of you that like more of a natural look, you might really get into this foundation. This Fat Oil Slick Click, oh my gosh, the shade going viral is absolutely stunning. And of course the blush, huge fan of the e.l.f. Liquid Camo Blush. This shade though is next level. Look how everything ties together. Everything looks natural. Oh, first impressions, we're doing really great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out in natural daylight. I'll do some check-ins and see how this About Face The Performer Skin Focused Foundation will fare on my 56-year-old skin. But so far, I'm impressed. Okay, here we are in natural daylight. It's been over 4 hours since I first applied the foundation from About Face, and I gotta tell you, it's really pretty. Even though the shade is a tad too light, you can really tell on my nose, I guess because I didn't put any bronzer or blush across the bridge of my nose. But so far, it looks really good. Now, I have to say, immediately after I filmed the first part, I ate an everything bagel and got all sorts of seeds in my teeth. I ran out of dental floss, so we ran to the grocery store. We did our Saturday. It's Saturday. We did our Saturday morning errands, and it looks really good. The only thing I touched up was the lip oil, the lip balm, because that completely wore off. But you know what? It's a cold, brisk, windy day here, and of course it wore off around my nose, but it's been running like crazy. But really, it is smoothing, it is pretty, and like I said, it borders on light medium coverage. We didn't really put that much foundation on. I do have to say though, if you can tell, it is clinging to this dry area through here on my forehead, and it's really strange because that's like the driest area of my complexion, right up by my hairline, which is so bizarre. And it'll cling to dry patches, but everywhere else looks really good. I mean, it is pretty coverage. And we are back. It has been a really long, breezy, cold day here in Tennessee, and I couldn't wait to share my final thoughts on the new About Face, the Performer Skin Focused Foundation. I have to tell you, my nose, I'm telling you, my nose was running like crazy, and then the wind was blowing so hard it just kind of cuts right through you. We did our Saturday morning errands, we ran about town, we even brought Hondo with us, and it was just a really fun, busy morning. And then I did a little bit of computer work and took a cat nap. Oh, it felt glorious. You know what, I listen to my body, I really do. If my body's saying stop, slow down, I listen. And I did. And then once I got up, I did some cleaning. I vacuumed and tidied up around the house. Matt's cooking dinner. I think it's already done. He made some smash burgers and I can't wait to dive into those. But we are here to talk about the About Face Skin Focused Foundation, the Performer. I have to say, at around the 3.5 mark, it looked beautiful. It really did. I could tell around my nose area that the shade was a little too light. If I just throw a little bit of blush or a little bronzer across the bridge of my nose, I think it would look much, much better. You know what? I really like this foundation. However, I did make some notes, and even though this is my first impression, I think this is pretty spot on. It is beautiful, light, on the lighter side of medium coverage. It is very smoothing, it's hydrating. However, if you don't prep your skin where it's really juicy, moisturized, and plump, if your complexion is running the slightest bit dry, I think it will cling to some of your dry spots. And I noticed right up around my forehead that it got a little patchy through here. Now, I don't put a lot of foundation up around this area anyway because normally my hair is a little low and it hangs over my forehead. Plus, my forehead is not that big. I just kind of like put a little smidgen of foundation up there, but I could see it clinging to the drier spots on my forehead. Everywhere else did fantastic. It didn't break up around my chin. My skin is super glowy, and remember, we did not set it with any sort of setting powder or translucent powder. So these are my natural oils coming through. It really does have a radiant finish, held up beautifully through here. I think this is a beautiful foundation, especially if you lean on the lighter side of foundations and you don't want anything full coverage or too heavy or cakey. It was definitely not cakey. It was definitely lightweight and comfortable. The only thing I don't like about this foundation, and this is being super nitpicky, is the actual component. I mean, I didn't think this doe foot would bug me, but oh my gosh, when I was trying to film the close-ups of the product, it's really difficult to get out. And once you get it out, foundation flies everywhere. I am not kidding. So if they put it in a pump, heck, I'd even go for a medicine dropper. If they put a pump on this, to me, it would get a 10 out of 10. That's how good it is. Plus, let's face it, you can't beat the price. At $22 and you get 1.08 fluid ounces and a shade range of 45 shades. That's incredible. It really, really is. Is it buildable? Absolutely. But I really wanted to make it look like an everyday easy look, and I think we achieved that. Now, as far as the Bouncy Eyeshadow from Ulta Beauty in Coffee Cake, love it. It didn't crease at all. It's kind of fading. It's not as deep and smoky as it was 9 hours ago, but hey, this is on sale right now through the weekend from $9 to $5.40. I actually used one of my coupons from Ulta and I got an additional $10 off the entire purchase. I got all this makeup for under $50. I know that sounds like a lot, but we almost got a complete face here with lips and cheeks and mascara and foundation. Speaking of mascara, the Essence Lash Without Limits brown eyeshadow, it's good. You can't go wrong with Essence lash products. You know they're well known for their mascaras. But yeah, those are my thoughts on all this new affordable makeup. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.